WVTM 13 News begins with breaking news.
Welcome back in. That breaking news right now. Attorneys for the family of a late University of Alabama student announced allegations against Delta Chi International Fraternity. This happened just moments ago. Garrett Walker was found dead in Tuscaloosa's Black Warrior River in 2021. He was a junior at the University of Alabama at the time. His family is already taking legal action against the bar where he was last seen alive, but they are now adding his fraternity as a defendant. WVTM 13's Emma Owen has more.
We just heard from Joshua Hayes, one of the attorneys representing Garrett Walker's family. Before today, they were already working on a case against the Gray Lady Bar and its owners. This is where Walker was last seen alive leaving that bar. Now, though, they're naming Delta Chi Fraternity International as a defendant. They claim the fraternity failed him in the days and weeks before his death. The lawsuit claims Walker and other members were wrongfully banished from the fraternity following a hazing allegation that was said to have happened in the fall of 2021. The family's attorneys say Delta Chi International conducted a chapter review, but without due process, Walker and his brothers weren't able to give their side of the story and were handed no contact orders from the University of Alabama. The lawsuit claims Walker was not involved in hazing and would possibly still be alive if he hadn't received that no contact order.
Had he not been wrongfully kept away from his fraternity house and his brothers, he would have been celebrating the LSU game with them on November 6th and not where he was eventually. The family's demands to Delta Chi are as follows. They demand damages to punish these defendants, to protect the public, to save lives, and to prevent similar wrongs from occurring in the future.
The attorney mentioned Riley Strain's death during the press conference. He was a member of Delta Chi at the University of Missouri who also went missing and was later discovered in the Cumberland River in Nashville, Tennessee. This was in March. Now, the attorney claims the fraternity treated his death drastically different than Walker's. In Strain's, Delta Chi released a statement announcing his death. In Walker's death, though, Delta Chi did not release a statement. Hayes claims the fraternity sent a letter to the chapter about Walker's death, but did not even name him. Now, Hayes says he doesn't know why Walker's death was treated differently than Strain's, but he does plan to find out. In Tuscaloosa, Emma Owen, WVTM 13.